to another face. It's a more perfect face because this face of the crespine is more closer to the proportion that I showed it to you. So different from the scanned 3D model that I used to show you the proportions. I showed the same proportions here, but as can you notice, the proportions fit better with the face of crespine. We can get the same proportions if we divide here this volume of the head, and if we divide in the middle, we can see his eyes is almost in the center of the head, and if we divide the bottom parts again the middle, we can find his lips is in the, and if we divide this proportion again in the middle, we can find the top part of the chin, and in the top part of the head we can divide this part in 3 parts equally, and we can find the hair root here. Keep going to another proportions. It's very close to the 3:2 proportions. His head fits perfect inside this square here, with the jaw to the taller part of the head. Inside the 3-line proportions, we can see his head fits almost perfectly to the lines. This part fits in the bottom part. The nose and eye area almost fits to the middle part, and the forehead area fits perfect to the top part of the proportion, and the hair root starts in this area perfect. Now coming to the wider part of the head, we can see here, and the taller parts, in the taller part and the side view, we can check it's the perfect in the ear direction. The wider part of his head, it's almost a little bit higher than the top part of the eye, but it's okay. And the hip here, it's in the almost, it's perfect, and the starting in the same line of the bottom of the nose. And his ear, as you can notice here, it's perfect in the same line of the bottom part of the eyebrow and the bottom part of the nose. His right ear, it's a little bit higher. It's a little bit outside of the rules, but it's okay. But we can notice it's the same size. It's just a little bit higher. Again, the eyebrow lines. If we got this line here. If we get this line here in the wider part of the eye, go to the wider part of the eyebrow. In the inner part of the eye, go to the inner part of the eyebrow. On the higher part of the eyebrow, we can find which is line from the wider part of the nose and passing to the edge of the iris. As you can see here, 5 eyes is the same width of the head, but here it's not fitting because it's not in the orthographic view. This rule need to work in the orthographic view, but the middle part of the head that had less distortion and less perspective, you can see here the eye. It's a distance between the left and right eye. It's the same for the jaw and mandible size. Check the nose here. It's perfect with the nose position and the mandible size. And finally, the mouth width with the nose width using these lines. The mouth line coming from the inner part of the iris edge and coming, and the nose fits between the both eyes. Some people ask about how some mouths looks like bigger than another mouth, and it's not about mouth width. So what's happened with this perception about width of the mouth? It's about mouth line. Here is the Christian Bale, and the other side it's Angelina Jolie. And if we get this line is coming from the inner edge of the iris, we can see the mouth is inside of this area in the both cases. But why the Angelina Jolie mouth looks like bigger than the Christian Bale mouth? It's because the line. If we check here, we can see the Angelina Jolie mouth coming from here. See? In the wider part of the mouth, the edge is starting coming from there. While in the Christian Bale, the line enters here, and just after this, starting to come this way. So that's enough to create the illusion that the Angelina Jolie mouth it's bigger than the mouth of the Christian Bale. But on the tour, both mouths are inside this area of the head between the both eyes of the eye. Here you can see the zyggomatic angle. As in the image. You can this one here, it's the same this one, and this information here is this information. And the same, and for the mouth, we can create a line from the tip of the nose the tip of the mandible chin, and you can find the inclination of the mouth. Here is the inclination and the zygomatic bone pointing to the chin. This is the mouth line. The top lip is pushed to front, and the bottom lip is a little bit back in the proportion with the top lip. The chin line, just 3 shapes on the nose line as well, 3 shapes going through, and the chin going to this direction. Again, the stairs of the eye and the eye inclination. Top part of the eye, push it forward, and the back going for backward. Now let's talk about the eye in these photos. I'm showing here the geometry of the eye, the shapes. We have a straight line here and another line here in the top of the eye coming to there. It's basically 6 lines to create the line in the geometrical form. We can see the iris here, the center, the pupil of the iris, it's closer to the top part of the eye than the bottom part of the eye. We have this inclination in the eye, while this point is the higher point of the eye. This is the lower part of the eye. Again, the stairs in the close view. Another thing that I need to show to you is the edge of the eye. We have some width here, and if you can see here, you have your eyeball here, and looks how much width we have here, and this width, it's have a little bit of angle showing to front. It's not like this, but it's more like this. And when we see the eyes to the front, we can see the width here, and this make some difference when you are looking after the model. So avoid it to create something like that, but create something more like that. So in the top view of the eye, we can notice this curvature of the eye. So when you are modeling, avoid to create something like this, totally rounded. And the truth, the eye have arcs here, following the eye curvature. So this curvature comes from the wider part of the eye. But change the direction when start the lacrimal caruncle, this area here, and pushing to forward a little bit. The eyeball have the almost the same width of the eye. If we zoom the top view, you can see this the width of the eyeball here. Check this. The upper lid, push it out, while the bottom eyelid, it's pushed to backward in comparison to the upper eyelid. The eyeball, it's not aligned with the eye. It's a little bit higher. If the center of the eyeball in comparison with the direction of the eye, because that the pupil, it's closer to the upper eyelid than the bottom eyelid. The shapes of the mouth are simple. The upper lip looks like an M, while the bottom lip looks like a W. As you can see here, the bottom lip, it's pushed a little bit back in comparison to the upper lip, but this it's in the according to the person's jaw and the person's mandible. Some people have the mandible pushed forward, so some people will have the mandible pushing the bottom lip forward, and these people will have the bottom lip pushed forward in comparison to the top lip. The volume of the mouth, if we create some shapes to see better what is happen in the mouth, we can see this area, it's like inflated areas. Here it's like a triangle, inflated triangle, while these blue areas are flattened areas. When we are modeling, you can see this better, and I will show how to create these areas. Another interesting detail of the mouth is the fatting here are caused by the muscles of the mouth. We can see in the side view here. In the bottom view of the mouth, we can see the arcs of the mouth in a geometrical way. And the nose have the same arch here. Here's the nose shape. This part of the nose are higher than this part of the nose. So doing this shape here. The bottom part with this part of the nose. Another thing that it's important to notice, the nose don't do this, but on the true, it's a curved here, like this. This part of the curve is smaller than this part of the curve here. And we have a line coming from here and coming in a subtle way, coming to the tip of the nose. These areas of the nose are flattened. See? Because that creates this point of the nose. The volumes of the nose are created by the cartilage in the nose. As you can see here, we have the bottom side cartilage, the side cartilage here, and the nasal bone. So all volumes that you are seeing in the nose are created by these three volumes over the skin. This is the cavil actor, and his nose have these volumes, very noticeable. See, we have the cartilage here on the tip of the nose, the cartilage in the middle of the nose, and the nasal bone here, creating the volumes of his nose. And you can notice clearer here the flattening area in the nose. See, creating this shape in the tip of the nose. This is the nose in the bottom view, and this is the shape of the nose in the bottom view. If you imagine, we have some baby foods here to help you to see the shape of the nose. So these holes here looks like baby foods. Here are the nose general shapes. It's two circles linked by two lines in the angle of 15 degrees. The main shapes of the ear are this red line here. So when we are modeling, we follow these shapes to get a good shape for our ear. And these shapes, as showed here, will help you to find the shape of the ear. So we have the helix of the ear together with the lobule. The other shape that we have here is the anti-helix area with the fossa area. It's like a hole here. You can see in the side view and in the front view. Here is the triangle. That's the external auditory canal. This part is cheaper than the other parts of the ear, and we have a little bit ball here and the thermal formats, the tragus, and this is the shape on the back view, and this is the main shape of the ear in the back view. We have a shape here, like a ring, and the helix coming here in the back view. Let's take a break and see you in the next video.
学习过程中还有疑问，可以立即加入正版课程的学习交流群，讲师实时在线答疑，与精英学员互相学习。还可以登录一湖网搜索课程 ID 号，获取完整学习课件、工程文件等资料，扫一扫，任何问题小美湖都能帮助你啦。